Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up, getting ready for a big weekend in outdoors. But first, let's take a look at our weather. High today, 64 and low 59. That's like 5-degree difference all day. That's sort of an odd situation there. So we got some cold weather coming, looks like, for the weekend, but let's just enjoy one day at a time. Today's going to be a good day. I do not have the water temperature. They just haven't posted it in over a week. I don't know if I don't know what happened. I'm not going to make any speculative guess, but we're just not getting it right now. Okay, the river readings, though, we do have those. Apalachicola, Bluntstown, we're at 11.5 and a little bit of drop to it. But it's just there's been some high water. I passed over the other afternoon, and it's high. The water's high. And so is the Chipotle River. We don't do the Chipotle River readings, but I was a little surprised yesterday when we went across it. It's just high. It's usually not quite that high this time of year. The Choctawhatchee-Caryville, let's look at it. It's a 8.8 and pretty steady. Not a lot of movement right now, even 8.8. Take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn right here on 23rd Street. We're in a whole week of neap tides, not a lot of movement there. High tide technically 2:27 after lunch, 2:27 p.m. And then low it'll be after midnight about 1:12. But here's the kicker. The wind is coming in south-southeast at about 15. So if you are going out today in a boat, be aware of that and get yourself in a safe place. But also that's going to sort of push the bait fish up in an area. So always keep that in mind when that wind is that strong. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I do want to mention we did that clay shoot for Second Chance last Friday and saw this video and all. I just want to thank everybody participating. I feel very strong about that organization. One of the big reasons, of course, the big reason they help out a lot of families, a lot of adults and all that's had some kind of brain injury. And another big reason, they don't get any government money. And so many organizations get some good help from the government, but they just do it on their own. And I just appreciate all those folks over there helping their fellow man. So I want to make sure. So next year, y'all plan to, let's all have a big clay shoot. You go around 18 holes. I don't know if I made that clear on the, you have 18 holes of shooting, boom, 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 boom. And it's just like a golf tournament. You're just shooting your gun at clays and you keep score and all that. Okay, while I was looking up, we talked about the health benefits of venison yesterday. While I was doing the research and all, looking things up, I always get sidetracked. Now, somehow I ran across this. Let me use this term again. I was fascinated by reading this because I want to look at this picture. This looks like a regular American couple with 2 kids and all, right? They're happy and healthy and got the cowboy boots on, got flip-flops on. So obviously he's from Florida. But anyway, I started reading about, I'm going to go to this top sentence. The name of it is, Deer Meat for Dinner is a popular YouTube channel created from a guy named Robert Arrington. It goes on. Robert grew up in Jupiter, Florida, and was taught how to hunt by his grandfather, who was a cow hunter. His wife, Sarah, grew up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and excelled in softball. She did all the hunting with her dad. So their content on YouTube is mainly the outdoor adventures, hunting and fishing and just doing different things. And what they do, they had a little TV show, so they started doing YouTube and do 3 or 4 shows a week. So here, I had no idea how popular they were. So they're updated and all. So anyway, the channel, here they are right here. My question was, how much money does the Deer Meat for Dinner earn on YouTube? All right, the channel has over 2.5 million subscribers and it's accumulated 600 million views. It gets an average of 500,000 views per day. That's more than we get here on Panhandle Outdoors. They generate $2,500 a day, $900,000 a year from the ads that appear. Now, is that amazing that they do that? I was just, their net worth and all, but anyway, you're talking about what I got a kick out of. They're doing something they really enjoy doing. You look at the background, I saw he was from Jupiter, Florida, and I'm thinking fishing, because that's what, Jupiter is a big fishing community in Florida. But then I read more about it. His granddad took him cow hunting in that area. Remember, in Central Florida, Central South Florida, had a lot of cattle there. So and then her dad took her. She hunted a lot with her dad in Wisconsin, which is full of big deer and all. So I just thought that was, I just got a kick out of that. So I want to share that with you. That's like I say, more than we make here on Panhandle Outdoors. All right, let's go to keep it on everything happy and all from their good luck and all and good fortune. Let's go to talk about Valentine's Day. Started talking about it yesterday. Got some people asking about how to get the shirts and all. For the next week and a half, I'm going to just give you some ideas to help out on the Valentine's Day. And I'm going to tell y'all later what I got for Gail. But anyway, here's what you can do. I'm going to just show you on air. The top line up here, I just typed in, all you got to do is panhandleoutdoors.net. And here you get to the shop. So I'm going to start, and okay, here's what we're offering. And Travis is in charge of it. It automatically moves itself. Okay, and this is a hoodie, a chocolate-covered hoodie. This is real popular right now. And then the long sleeve, this is a cotton long sleeve shirt. This is backside of the hoodie. And this, okay, and then, Valentine's, a pink shirt. How about that? And blue for the guys. And then the front side of the yellow one. And then the front side of the brown long sleeve shirt also. Back side of the yellow one, we have the logo on it. And this is what we have in stock right now. It's the back side of the blue one. Valentine's, the back side of the pink one. And then, of course, Panhandle did a great job with this. Thank you. Okay, then cap and some decals and all, but that's all in there. And but anyway, going down, okay, I'm gonna scroll on down. It gives you the shirt sizes and hats and how to email the order. You can email it to them, okay? I won't blow that up, you go to it. Or Travis, here's Travis's phone number right here. Call him, and he said he didn't mind if you come by and maybe even pick it up if you're around the neighborhood, in town or something. There's Travis right there, 348-0827. Or there's the email right there. And touch base with him. He's in charge of the Panhandle Outdoors shop, and he'll do a good job with it. But I just wanted, a lot of y'all asking, I got several notices yesterday and comments about how to get it. So you can order it, or you can give Travis a call and see what you want. Just run by, drop him off a check. Do it during business hours. Don't call them at 11:30 tonight or something. I know y'all won't, but anyway, we're happy to offer that. Okay. Also, well, let's go ahead and take a break now and come back and show you some pictures. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's put a smile on your face this morning. Lee Bond posted this. This all my dog lovers out there, which is about 99% of y'all, an accurate representation of what it's like to be short. Check out this little beagle. We'll run it a couple of times. Climbing up there, I'm gonna get on top of the couch. Whoa! And I just got a kick out of that. I knew, one more time. We'll climb up there. I can make it. Boom. Okay. I wanted to share that with y'all. And one of the things, there's just a lot of funny dog videos out there. I like to show as many as I can. I do want to get back to, I like to do our heritage and all. I like to do like once a month if I can, just talk about the outdoor heritage we have here in the Florida Panhandle. And I sort of do it spontaneously. I'd rather have a pattern of at least once a month doing it. So I was thinking we had the gym presentation, we talked about it on Monday, the dedication again to Richard Post, and then the name of court for Sue McKinney. I want to talk about Sue McKinney's husband, Captain Joe McKinney, who's in the book right here. Captain Joe, let's see, he's in our book. He's on page 272. I hate to talk about, I used to talk about a lot of the older people, but I don't consider Joe old because he and I used to work together. But here's part of the story. This is Captain Joe McKinney right here. Here's the story. There's Joe right there. And Joe, he's just a great guy. I got to see him Monday. My first couple of years out of college, I worked with Joe. Just these two guys, this catch right here, I mean, it looks like, just these two guys caught this. This is back in the 60s. How many fish were out there? But the story on Joe, he went to, when he was a kid, he grew up around fishing. His dad was a commercial fisherman, then later on became a headboat guy. And Joe actually was a kid, he'd be on the boat and he'd be passing out the drinks, the Coca-Colas. That was a big drink of the day, the Coca-Cola. And then he advanced from passing out Coca-Colas to wrapping up hand lines. And we'll have to show some hand lines, just wrapping them up and getting everything squared away on the boat. He worked his way up, and his dad's nickname was Soda Water because they had so many Coca-Colas. He loved Coca-Colas, had them on the board and all. And then his dad was born in 1899, and Joe was a really good athlete at Bay High. Went to Gulf Coast and played baseball at Gulf Coast. Went to Florida State, started for the baseball team. I believe he was a left fielder out there for FSU, and was a heck of a ball player. I saw him play some softball over the years. He was a fine ball player. Coached a little bit at Jinx and a little bit at Rutherford, but then went back into fishing. And our paths crossed at Rutherford when he was there, and then he went into full-time fishing. I did 2 pages on Joe. Here's Joe right here with this, taking Captain Joe McKinney. And this was back in the day, and he was one of the top captains, really he stayed booked all the time. This is 1976. Now, I put this particular picture in, because he took a lot of local coaches. You may recognize some of these names: Rick Whitehouse, Ken Gilbert, Walt Fitzpatrick, Eddie Joe Comerford, Jim Lawson, Gary Terrell out of Bay High. On the bottom right, Gerald Taylor and Ron Putnam. Fred Goodwin, need to call Gerald, tell him we got a good picture of him. But a lot of Bay High coaches. So one of my favorite stories, Joe remembers when in the early days of fishing, when I did the interview and all for the book, we had the best time. And Joe loved to freshwater fish. Like so many of those saltwater captains back in the day, they worked hard. I mean, from spring all through the summer, they'd fish every day the weather was good. And when the season was over, around Labor Day, when the season wrapped up, you know what they wanted to do? Most of them wanted to go to the river, go down to Howard's Creek or somewhere, and just go fishing off the creek. And that's what they loved doing. And Joe was always loved freshwater fishing, and he was good at it. Loved to fly fish and all, but those saltwater captains loved the freshwater fish. I always thought that was good. But I remember him telling me in the interview, they would catch 200 to 300 pounds of fish, which is not, that's not a huge catch. But there's 2 people fishing, 200 to 300 pounds of snapper and grouper, but he could see the people walking along the beach. That's how close to shore it was. That's how many fish were there. That sort of puts everything in a nutshell about how many fish were out there during that day of the 50s and 60s. And you can see people on the beach and while you're fishing and catching 200 to 300 pounds before noon. So I just wanted to give a salute out to Captain Joe McKinney. Watch the show every morning, and his wife. This is her 50th year at Jinx Middle School as a teacher and athletic director and coach, and they named the court after her at the Richard Post Gymnasium. So that's how we tied everything together this week. There is a process to what we do. Now, I do have some pictures, and let me see. Let me try to get started. How about jumping on a big buck with Justin Albritton? Good job there. Thank you, Michael Harris, for sending this to me. Good job. That's a big buck right there. Got him in the back of the truck, and I've got stuff sort of scattered through here. Michael Coward, one of these guys who loves to fish and loves to hunt. And here it was. Michael said this: today was the day I've been working towards for a while. I've killed quite a few does in Florida, but never a Florida buck until today. That's his first one. Partly because I'm too stubborn to put the bow down to pick up a rifle. So anyway, he got that one. Good job with his bow right there. Nice shot. And let's see. This is a Florida buck. This is a really nice buck right here. And here it is right here. Okay, now this, and remember yesterday we showed a bow hunter, just getting a really big buck. The next day his girlfriend got one in the same spot. Read that. Sidney McDaniel dropped him this afternoon in the same stand. So good job, Sidney McDaniel. Well, that's really amazing right there. Paul Winterman's photo. Look at the reflection off that. I mean, you realize how everything got to be just perfect to take that picture. Good job, Paul Winterman. Okay, we got that one. Okay, so I think pretty well got everything covered. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, how about Elliot? We got to do one more. Elliot Melvin. Elliot is just a good hunter. He gets a big buck every year. He's a good outdoorsman, takes care of everything. And good job, Elliot Melvin. He told me all to see him today, so tell him he was on TV. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, now let's add a couple more names. We're getting some in every day, all the way from Panama City Beach, Steve Rogers and Beth Rogers. And from Bonifay, Mark Vaughn. Now, if you're from Bonifay, you can say Bonifay. But if you're from outside of Washington County, you got to call it Bonifay. So I say from Bonifay. But all the locals call it Bonifay. Okay, just part of our Panhandle culture here. We're proud of it. All right, the Vaughn family. Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're going to trick y'all today. We don't like to have a pattern. So we're going to, tomorrow we're going to be in Studio B. So I want to go ahead and let y'all know that we'll be there ahead of time. So we will not have the access to doing the fishing report. So we're going to do something today as far as I really want to sincerely make sure that y'all understand about the season is closed with speckled trout in our area, but on the eastern end of our area it's open. So I was thinking last night when I was going to put this together, let's look at about the top 5 fishing spots for speckled trout. If you're getting hungry, we'll go get some, catch some speckled trout and fry some fish up in February. They just taste good in the wintertime, and so you can do it. The first spot, we're going to work from west to east. We're going to go to Indian Pass Campground, right down here, Indian Pass. I'm going to zoom in on it. Okay, you understand where we are? Right there, Indian Pass. And now it's closed back to your left, but to your right it's open. But I talked to the game wardens. You're okay bringing them in here to this boat ramp because this boat ramp is actually, the county line is to the left of it. So you're okay as far as we know to bring in speckled trout right there. But if you catch them having in possession this area right here, this area is closed. So you've got to fish on the backside, and there's some excellent fishing back in here, all through there. Okay, the next spot, we want to go across to Apalachicola. We've talked about it before, Abercrombie Landing, which is Old Woman's Bluff now. Here's Abercrombie Landing. We've talked about going here before. This is where Bill Allen and I go a lot. But anyway, we're going to go down the river, put in right there, go down the river. Everybody follow me now. Make sure your seatbelt's on or life jacket's on. Go through the jetty right here and then take a left. Okay. Not this first left right here because you're going to end up in a lake, but right here, the cut through. And you want to cut through, get on the St. Mark's River. And then I'm keeping everything in the center of the page. You got the St. Mark's River, and then you got East River. But okay, see East River coming in here. So on these rivers, then you want to go down them and fish right here in the center of the screen. These areas right here, right there, they're all kind of places to fish right in there. Okay, so that's number 2. Some just awesome places to go. And also you can put it down here by the bridge also in Apalachicola and get there. Right here by the bridge and you can cut up that way too. And also over in East Bay. But on East Bay, we've talked about it before, we haven't talked about it lately, Whiskey George Creek. Okay, so I think they named it because of the way it's shaped. I think the guy was drunk when he was going in and out of there, so they named it. But it really was a moonshiner up there. You put it here at the boat landing, and these right here, Whiskey George Creek, right down in the mouth of it. Excellent. Not many people go there. That's a local place that I'm giving away, but it's just an excellent place to go speckled trout fishing, and it's real pretty scenery. You're not going to see any condos, anything in this area. And then of course you're coming on into what we've got the East Bay of Apalachicola Bay. We have one here in St. Andrew Bay, but Apalachicola, the East Bay there, is really good. And then of course on St. George Island, we've talked about it. We talked about it before. On the back side of that. Okay, then we want to come in, if you get a chance, to get all the way down to Carabel. We've talked about sea quarters and Carabel and all. Right here, the Carabel River. Again, going out to the mouth of it, and these guides, I'm going to tell you where the guides go. They'll go to the left, to coming out of the river, go to the left there, and they will actually catch some good trout there. If the weather's good, they're going to go across the Dog Island and fish this little area right in here. Okay, and then if you want to go down to Lanark Village, that's a cool place there. It's an old retirement village, but they've redone it now. It's really getting modernized. And there's a boat ramp down here. I think it's right there, right, and it's protected, and there's speckled trout all through here. And now we're going to get out of our viewing area, but I still want to show you Ocklawatina Bay because Ocklawatina Bay is a unique area. This is where Chris Gurus and all, this is where his ashes are scattered on Ocklawatina Bay. He fished there his whole life. The speckled trout fishing is very good on the upper end of Ocklawatina Bay. We don't get there much because it's a little far out of the way. It's about a 2-hour drive over there, but that's really good fishing. Okay, now let's swing. Okay, that's the top 5 places right there. Okay, now again, it's closed. It's going to be closed, but I want to give you again. If you get into the area here behind St. Vincent, if you put in there Indian Pass, and just hug the shoreline, but watch out for oyster bars. But this, the northern part of St. Vincent Island, that is excellent fishing for redfish and trout. Okay, and then the Apalachicola, you got a boat ramp right here, and Chris Gurus and I, it's called Seafood Landing Park. That's a great little boat ramp right there, and it's almost like a secret spot because most people don't know it's there. And then you can fish back here behind these little islands. Great fishing for trout right in that spot right there. Okay, then of course, like I say, if you a lot of people put in on the bottom part of the Apalachicola River and work their way up, but the trout is going to be all through this area here, up around the bridges and all that area there. Okay, so that's going to be the top places to fish for trout. Again, it's open in that area. It's not open back on this side of St. Vincent Island, basically Indian Pass. But the trout bite is really good. Now, if you catch a big female, again, I want to recommend if you catch a big female, just let it go, because they're spawning this time of year, and that's why FWC closed it. They did a lot of research on it and had a public hearing on it, and everyone agreed to it. Actually, the captains are the ones that brought it to their attention to get it going. And so it's going to be a situation where it'll be closed this whole month, and hopefully the spawning will start producing more fish, because I hear, and I see it myself, so many folks are catching those little 12-inch trout now. There's so many of them out there. They'll catch 25 of those in one keeper. And so that's because there's so many, obviously, little trout out there now. So we'll see. So anyway, but the guys in the Big Bend area, they want to keep it open. They got a lot of fish down there. We're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you all for watching our show. We appreciate it. Big show tomorrow with a special guest, Bill Allen. Okay, so we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Do something good for fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.